City, it's the Wendy Williams Show. Now, here's Wendy.
Thank you for watching. Yes. Say hello to my co-host, my studio audience. How you doing? I'm doing great. Let's get started. It's time for... Yup. I do feel like I'm dressed like a Playboy bunny. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Oh gosh. Okay. Thanks. So look. So here's the thing. Justin Bieber wants to be called an R&B singer. He wants to be the new king of R&B. This is what he says. According to the reports, everyone, he is going to release an R&B album before the end of the year, and it's going to be called R&B Bieber. Now, R&B is for rhythm and blues, and I think that R&B is hashtag black. It's kind of like R&B music was built in, you know, our community, and I don't know, I always thought that he was an R&B singer along with everything else. And then, you know, some of the people in my morning meeting had to remind me, no, he gets played on top 40 stations. He only gets played on urban stations when he collaborates with black people. And then they were like, well, what's the difference between R&B and what he does? I said, well, I mean, when I think of R&B music, I think of deeper bass and a more appealing look. I mean, he's cute, you know what I mean? But I think of Justin Bieber still as being like a little boy. Like, I don't think that true R&B young ladies look at him like, ooh. They might look at his wallet like, ooh, but not his sound. So anyway, on this album, already we know Drake is gonna collaborate with him. And that's nice. But I think he should go deeper than that. Like, you need to call up Cardi, you know, and and Lizzo, and you know, some of the, you know, something like that, you know. Like if he calls Rihanna, but that's still top 40. Rihanna is R&B, and Rihanna spans the whole music thing. So Rihanna's not really as deep. I don't know. So apparently he's got this petition out. He says if he gets, what is it, 20 million?
20 million likes on an Instagram.
When are they gonna cancel likes?
Oh, I don't know. Soon, right?
Well, they're gonna be canceling
Yeah,
them, so
really soon.
This is really gonna affect people like him.
Right. So.
Anyway, but he has like 10 million now.
11 million.
11 million.
Yeah.
But this petition has been out for about a week.
Right.
So it maybe it'll run its course already, and then this album won't come out. You know what? I just say, just make the music that you make and just keep it pushing, Bieber. Like, really? Ew. Have you heard about this young singer? I know maybe you have. Some people haven't. Summer Walker. Okay, you know Summer. Well, you know, a really cute girl, really glowy skin, right? I mean, through all the rainbow hair and the piercings and stuff, you can see she doesn't really need all that stuff. She's really a cute girl. Well, she's an R&B singer, and she just canceled most of her tour due to social anxiety. So you have to click to see it, but I've clicked for you. Take a look.
Unfortunately, I'm not gonna be able to finish this tour because it doesn't really coexist with my social anxiety and my introverted personality. But I really hope that people understand and respect that at the end of the day, I'm a person. I have feelings. You know, I get tired, I get sad, and it's just a lot.
I mean, don't we all get tired and sad? I mean, and what the green hair did I just see? Honey, okay. You did that fresh for the show, didn't you? No, you keep it like that? It looks really good. Yeah. Anyway, she's only been touring for 2 weeks. She's a very, very young girl. I want to be gentle with her because she seems very, very kind. And it was nice of her to share with us her social anxiety. She had 29 shows left on her tour, though. And so she's only going to perform 9 more. And a lot of her fan base is very pissed because they took note, so you're only gonna perform in the big cities. Like, she's coming to New York, she's performing in a place that holds like 3,000 people, which still seems like a lot. You know, especially somebody with social anxiety, you know. I perform here in the studio with only a few people. Social anxiety, is this the outfit of a woman with social anxiety? I don't know. Like, I don't even really know what that is, except for, I guess it's when you walk out of the house, you're hi, Bill. Hi. And no, just don't you worry. That's my special friend, Bill. I had no idea you were going to be here, but I see you're here for support. Thank you, Bill. Here's my thing about social anxiety. I don't really know what that is. I don't have that. I don't understand exactly what that is. But if you have social anxiety, then, young lady, you picked the wrong business. Like, this isn't something that just happened to her. According to Norman, hasn't she had it most of her life or something?
Yeah, but for most of her life she's had it.
Are you anxious when you come out here?
All the time.
Are you?
Every minute.
No, you're not.
But not in a clinical way, no. But I just get you know, I'm scared.
Suzanne?
Yeah?
Are you anxious?
Terrified. No, I'm fine. No, I get excited. I don't have that anxiety.
Yeah. I've never had that in my entire life. You know, you walk in a room, you're the only black one or the fat one or the tall one, or like out here where people are throwing stones at me and my fat ankles. I've never gotten that in my entire, it's not even a thought. I come out here, I do the best I can, and I'm like, okay. And if you know, like for those of you who've never heard of her, this young lady's career, it literally blew up in 1 year. She put out 1 album, and she says this is going to be her last album. Fans are slamming her for not giving hugs and, you know, at her meet and greets and being friendly. Well, then maybe her manager shouldn't have her do meet and greets. Like, if you're working, you know, for somebody, because that's the manager, you work for her, then you know, it's your job to know these little tics about your client. And they shouldn't have meet and greets. This should be a girl that just gets off the plane, goes to the venue, performs. And I know a lot of her fans want to meet her and take a selfie and shake her hand and stuff, but manager, don't let her do that kind of stuff, you know what I mean? And then the fans will just have to get over it. I like a meet and greet personally. Now you know, the meet and greets like I do, like I'm not gonna hug you in the street, I always tell you that. You know, I hug here on the show because it's a controlled environment. I'll hug you with the meet and greet, because that's an obligation. Meet and greets for me, you hug, you dip and lean, we take a selfie together. You know what I mean? I might have a little something for you, you know, maybe a Wendy t-shirt or whatever. Maybe you bring something for me. I don't know, you don't have to bring anything. I don't have to give anything, but I'm just saying, if you're going to go that far to do a meet and greet, you can't say, hi, and then the fans are standing there like, can we take a selfie? Can I get a little closer to you? Yes, let's hug, not too tight. And James, watch everyone. and then we do it. I don't know, young lady, you know, and I feel bad for her. She says this is gonna be her last album, then I guess she's out of the music business. What will she do at this point? I have no idea. But a shout out to everybody with social anxiety. I kind of feel sorry for you. Oh, yeah. All I'm doing is minding my own business. I'm watching the 5 o'clock news, you know, yesterday. And my cell phone rings and I see a familiar number. It's Jason Lee from the Inside Scoop. Okay. So Jason was at the rehearsals for the Soul Train Music Awards. And I'm like, is there any place you don't go? So he's a real social butterfly. Anyway, he says, hold on, someone wants to talk to you. I'm like, oh boy, all right now, and away we go. So it was Tisha. She said, hey, Wendy, it's Tisha. There's only Tisha Campbell. So she says, the conversation, and we had the conversation. So she goes, oh, by the way, she and Tichina Arnold are hosting the Soul Train Music Awards, and that's why they were there. So, but she wanted to talk to me. She wanted to ask me how I was doing in that real sorrowful way, you know. How you doing, girl? I'm like, what? I'm doing fine. How are you doing? But no, but I told her when she asked, I was like, if one more person asks me in a sorrowful way how I'm doing, I'm done. Like I am done. And the best way to get to know me is don't ask, how are you doing? You know, there are many people in my life who need to be asked the same thing, not me, right? So I was like, Tisha, I'm doing fine. I am in a really nice apartment, sitting here with my cats, about to order my food, watching the news, got a great career, you know, and like really. But you know, she and Dwayne are going through divorce too. So one thing that we did talk about is our children and how they're doing. She's got a 10-year-old and an 18-year-old, which is significantly different than having a 19-year-old away at college. Because that 10-year-old is right there, you know, like, I asked her, was she dating? She said she wasn't dating. She said she wishes that she had that, you know, that thing to get out there and do it. I said, well, now how are you doing, girl? I said to her, did you know anything before it happened? She said, I knew nothing. I was like, yeah, okay. All right, and so then she got called to set, and then we ended up hanging up the phone. But one thing that she did say before, because her name popped up in the middle of me talking to Robin Crawford about her book with Whitney Houston. Remember when Robin said that Whitney auditioned for The Wiz, but Tisha Campbell got the part? So Tisha gave me more background because Robin, you know, she was trying to tell us that Whitney was such a nice, loving, giving person. And so Tisha told me, you know what, Wendy? Yep, she was. She said there were 3 of us in the audition room waiting to audition. It was Whitney, who was about 15, and Tisha said she was like 10, and then there was like an 8-year-old girl. And Tisha had, Thank you. Excuse me, pardon me. Tisha had braids though, and Whitney called her over. Whitney was really lovely to her and said, "Come here, girl," and she took out all her braids and oiled them and redid them for her, and then she was like to Tisha, "You are so pretty," and it made Tisha feel really, really good. So that's her big memory of Whitney, and rest in peace, Whitney. How you doing, Tisha? And I'll see you when I see you. And make sure that you're a good girl. Anywho, so Jeff Lewis is 3. You know we love some Jeff Lewis here at the Wendy Show, okay? Okay. He's such a mess in a good way. Look, so Jeff has this 3-year-old daughter named Monroe, right? And I was telling you the other week, I was telling you that she was being bullied in preschool. And so he had a problem with the people and she got kicked out of the school, right? Well, look, people go hard at these schools, you know. But you know Jeff, what did he do to agitate the situation? He's a very, very outspoken man, really expresses himself. So then he and his husband got her in another preschool, and she's on the firing line with this school too. Look, Monroe is already being bullied at the new preschool. So Jeff talked about it with his listeners on his radio show. Just take a look.
Apparently there was a scuffle on the playground, and Monroe was pushed. She was pushed down and she fell down by another probably very masculine female. So the teacher said that you talked to the little bully. And they talked to the girl, apparently, and they told her that she can't do that again. But I said to Monroe, and I don't know if you agree with this, Sherry, I said if she pushes you again, you need to push her back.
Now, we're a very aggressive group here at Wendy. Clap if you would advise your kid not to push back. Suzanne, are you serious?
This is what I would do. I've had this conversation.
Brendan,
No.
Do Jack and Pete push back? No?
No. We tell them to go tell the teacher and have the teacher try to solve the problem. If it happens again, though, you hit them.
Oh, that's even better.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So first time is a pass. Second time, no pass.
No, I say the first time is not a pass. Nope. Here's what I think that should happen. First of all, Jeff, stop talking about Monroe being bullied on your podcast, because you're involving her in something that I don't know. She's only 3. Like, she's innocent. Like, I'm torn with this. He shouldn't involve her in school stuff like bullying. Like, if you take her to a pumpkin patch or you go on a vacation and, she's in her bathing suit and playing with the dolphins, that's a different thing. This is what I would do, okay, as a parent. All right, don't involve the teachers. They don't get paid enough to be involved with your nonsense. A lot of teachers these days, they are underpaid, they are overworked, and parents are a pain in the ass, okay? Don't even involve the principal, because that's just a hyped up teacher. Underpaid, overworked, parents are a pain in the ass. What I would do, and have done, not in this order, but I would go to the parents' house. I would grab Monroe, right? Pick up a nice, inexpensive toy or something lovely for the little girl who did the pushing. Me and Monroe and my husband, we would go into the house. The little girl who did the pushing would be there along with her mother and father. If I were the parents of the pusher, I would, by the way, let's talk about Beverly next, talking about pushers.
Oh, right.
Yeah, that's a good segue, right?
Right.
Okay, hold on. And it would be a family sit down with both families and the girls right there. The little girl who does the pushing would have a gift for Monroe. Monroe would have a gift for the little girl. The parents would set up stuff where the girls play. And before this is all over, the girls don't have to be friends, but they will learn to not push. And that would be a teachable moment for the pusher, for all the other kids in the school, and a teachable moment for Monroe. You know? You know? Like leave the school system out of it, because they don't, you know, ultimately speaking, parents are the boss, not the school. And you can't keep having this little girl getting pushed and taken out of school and all that other kind of stuff. All right, over in Jersey, speaking of pushers. Did you watch The Real Housewives of New Jersey last night? Are you kidding me? I watched. Norman, you reminded me at 8:30.
I did.
I would have forgotten though.
Right.
But you reminded me. I watched between that and Black Ink Chicago.
Black Ink Crew, right.
Yeah. Right. During commercials, I'm back and forth. All right. Suzanne, what do you think is happening with this franchise?
It's something bad, because I saw like 3 light claps. Light.
And they're embarrassed to clap.
Shocked. I'm shocked. Yeah, they were. They were embarrassed. It's not good.
Look, I even tweeted or Instagrammed a picture of the cats laying on the bed. They had already had their dinner. Do we have that? Can we pop? Oh, there they are, right? There they are. Look, that chit-chat, right? She's comfortable. My way is sleeping. I'm sitting there. I had scallops and oysters with chunky tomato paste or sauce with no, I don't like the skin on the tomato, and really delicate pasta. And I've trained the girls not to bother me when I'm eating. And there were anchovies in there too. So they had all the seafood in there, but they knew better. Right? So they're laying there, the TV's over there, I'm watching TV, they're snoring and having a good old time, just sleeping, right? I can't believe nobody watched. Okay, so we learned last night something new. I thought we knew this. I didn't know her name was Beverly Staub, but and Staub might not even be her real last name either. Look, Danielle Staub, well, take a look at what unfolded.
Last time I hung out with Danielle, we had dinner plans. She came in and she was like, "Can you believe the hostess asked me my name? Everybody knows who I am."
That's typical Danielle.
And then I said, "Danielle, maybe she doesn't know you." And then she was like, "I guess you're right." She's like, "Well, now you know everything about me." So then I responded, "Well, I didn't know your real name was Beverly."
Oh!
Girl.
What did you do?
Girl. Her face turned so f***ing cold and was like, "Who told you that?"
Danielle's birth name is Beverly. She changed it after she got in trouble with the law. There's a whole book written about it.
This book out about Danielle says she was involved with kidnapping, she was involved with the Colombian cartel.
So it's public knowledge. But everybody that knows Danielle knows do not call her Beverly.
First of all, a few things I noticed. Number one, I need this jacket in my life. Oh my gosh. The jacket is everything. It looks like it's like some shearling lined on the inside, and then that hood is everything. Dolores. Second of all, I noticed Jennifer for the first time in my life. I had to be told exactly who she is. So her husband's a plastic surgeon, and she takes full advantage, like she's always getting something done. Tweak, nick, tuck. When you go to hug her, she always says, like, "Don't touch me, I just got liposuction," or whatever. But like, if you're married to a plastic surgeon, yeah, or no? Wait, because if one wrong thing goes wrong under his watch, then he would have killed his wife. So it's kind of like if I was married to a plastic surgeon, I wouldn't want my husband to have the obligation and the guilt over his head. But what I would do is you recommend me to your best doctor friend, and then that guy will be my doctor. Yeah. I don't know why that was surprising about Danielle. I thought we already knew that she had wicked ways going back, like illegal, crooked stuff. Like, she's that girl. All right, Beverly, well, good luck with you. Listen, we've got more great show for you, everybody. Oscar winner, Kathy Bates is here. So grab a snack and come on back.